Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. My name is Alexander Stablovsky, and I'm the executive producer here. And filling in for Jeffrey Davis today is David Soper of Wicked Local Marketing and myself. David, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Alex, for asking, and happy to be here and happy to be with our guest today, David Bucker from Buckleberry.
Yes.
Buckleberry Foods. How you doing, David?
Doing very well, Alex. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, I had a pleasure meeting you at the New England Food Show this past March.
Yes.
And I love your product. It's right in front of us if people are watching on YouTube. So tell us and tell our listeners a little bit about Buckleberry Foods.
Sure. So I started Buckleberry Foods 2 years ago in my apartment in about a 80 square foot kitchen in North Adams, Massachusetts. I was working at a natural food store at the time, and I just wanted a little extra income to buy a season ski pass and some new skis for the season, which I definitely did get, so that was a plus. But I started off with one product on one shelf in Massachusetts, and it sort of grew, and through other people's enthusiasm and enjoyment when they eat the product, made me want to grow the business even further. So about a year ago, I moved into an 1,800 square foot manufacturing facility of my own. It's dedicated. And from there, we make 11 different products. We have Paleo Tort line, which is 5-inch paleo torts. And then we have our superfood truffle line as well.
So what was the first product you've made?
What
was the first thing on the shelf?
Sure. It was the chocolate almond butter cup, and it's basically a healthy take on a Reese's peanut butter cup. Super limited ingredient list. It's just almonds, local maple syrup, coconut oil, cocoa powder, and salt. So about 5 ingredients for a delicious product that everybody loves. So.
I was going to ask you what makes it healthy.
Oh yeah, that's all those.
But you already said that.
Detoxifying for you, so.
So, David, what you kind of just fell into this business, but apparently you had some gravitation towards food. How did you end up in the natural food and kind of food in general?
That's my favorite story to tell. Like I said, I grew up in Williamstown, Massachusetts, a few minutes earlier. And my first job at 13 was folding papers at this gourmet general food store. It was called the Store at Five Corners. And so I started at 13, and I worked there for 7 years. And they had a few chefs that were in and out of there. But I just wanted to learn everything that they could teach me. The food that was served was amazing. People came from all over the county to buy it. And so, I developed my palate. The owners kind of took a liking to me. They took me under their wing and showed me everything that they knew about food. So I gained a real beginning, amateur insight to the industry, how it runs. And from there, I fell in love with food, and I knew I always wanted to have my own food business. So.
That's great. It sounds like you had kind of an early track record and basically entrepreneur.
Yeah, I was thrown right into it.
So that's perfect. So how did you, where are you located now?
Right now I'm located in Warren, Rhode Island, which is about 10 minutes below Providence.
So how'd you end up there versus Williams, which is near the Vermont border?
Sure. Basically that move was basically to be closer to family. I was just ready to kind of make, I've been away from them for so long. Did a lot of traveling after college, and I just kind of had that nesting feeling, like I wanted to be close to family. So, but it ended up being a great choice because I found a great place in an old handkerchief factory that hasn't been used in 50 years, but they recently refurbished it, and I have a great suite in there. And when you open the door, it's like walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. There's like a lot of colors going on. There's a lot of great music being played, and it's just a generally awesome place to work and